Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 17th episode of our Buffalo Bills podcast. Today, we will be discussing the game against the Steelers for the wild card weekend. Now, I'd like to welcome my friend Adrian.
Yo, what's up, everyone?
Adrian is in a giddy mood right now because we're currently recording this as the Lions are
Jacob.
winning
Oh my
14 to
God.
3. So, yeah. Okay. Looking ahead to this game, it got postponed to Monday at 4:15 p.m. Eastern by Kathy Hochul, due to inclement weather. So I would be remiss if I didn't ask you, how will the inclement weather affect this game, in your opinion?
Well, hopefully the inclement weather is sorted out by the time kickoff is done, but I'm assuming that there's still going to be some elements that are in play. I don't think that it'll be that bad, but I do should worry a little bit because I don't know if you remember in 2021, the New England Hurricane game where it was like I don't even know how many mile-an-hour winds that, and we couldn't move the ball on offense, and the New England were just able to run the ball like for literally every snap and beat us. But overall, I'm not really too worried because I don't think that it's going to be as bad as that game. I think that we're going to be more prepared, and overall, I think the Steelers of this year are way worse than New England were that year. And I'm
Yeah,
not really scared about like snow or anything. What do you think?
good. I would have to agree with that. The Bills have experience playing in the cold weather. I more than the Steelers, and it's hard to give an answer to this considering the Steelers, in my opinion, just stink. Kenny Pickett isn't even playing. So, and nor is TJ Watt, nor is Fitzpatrick. So, I don't really care about the snow. I think we're gonna beat them regardless. We would beat them if it was in Florida. We'll beat them if it's in Kansas City. We'll beat them if it's in Buffalo. We'll beat them if it's in Pittsburgh. So the weather should, maybe will have a little bit of an effect, but it won't have a big effect. I don't think so. Okay. Now, just looking ahead to this game, you said that you're not too scared of the Steelers, and I just wanna know. I really do. Their backup quarterback is playing. Do you fear him at all to any extent, even the most minimal extent, or do you not fear him at all?
Mason Rudolph, I mean, he has been playing good
Yeah,
football
Mason
recently.
Rudolph. What are you,
Yeah.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer? No, no, no. You're a quarterback.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not worried about him at all. He's been beating up on some pretty garbage teams and inflating his stats. That's why people are starting to think that he's good. But if you really look, if you really look past that, I really don't see any reason why you should be scared of him. His arm isn't that big. His accuracy isn't really anything special. He's not mobile. And I think that I'm more worried about the Steelers' weapons, and even then, they don't even have a lot of those.
George
I'm not really
Pickens,
too worried. Yeah, George Pickens, he's like their best one, and even
Jalen
then,
Warren.
yeah, and they're all like mid-tier like
Oh,
weapons.
I wouldn't call
So
them mid-tier. I'd call it, but yeah, yeah, yeah.
upper echelon. But I'm still not scared of them, Jacob. Are you?
No, no. Mason Rudolph is a disgrace, if anything. I don't fear him to the most minimal extent. I would not fear him to I would not fear him if we had to rely on Kyle Allen. I think Kyle Allen can beat the Steelers in these
Mm-hmm.
conditions. We don't even need Josh Allen. So, yeah. I think this is a win for us. I don't fear Rudolph. Now, I'm gonna be completely honest. I do fear Jalen Warren, as do I George Pickens. Let me tell you something. That guy, Jalen Warren, he has some skill. He really does. Don't overlook him too much.
Mm-hmm.
And as does George Pickens. Um, okay, going into this game, who do you think needs to be a top performer in order for us to win, in your opinion?
Um, the easy answer, I'll go. James Cook. How about that?
Good, good.
Especially in this weather game, like I do think that there's a chance that the passing game just isn't there. So I think that we're really gonna have to rely on a solid game management style approach where we're constantly feeding James Cook and just letting him eat. I think that especially again in these elements, I think that that's so important for you to have a run game like that's clicking. And when James Cook is on, he's one of the best in the league. So I think that if we really get him going, that'll be one of the keys to victory tomorrow.
Yeah, to be frank,
Fuck.
I'm in utter lockstep with you. Um,
Yeah.
I just I don't again I don't I think really if James Cook has a good game, even if Allen doesn't have a good game, even if Diggs doesn't have a good game, if Cook has a good game, we win. It's really as simple as that, I reckon. So yeah, I'm looking at James Cook now. To be honest, I really want Allen to have at least somewhat of a good game, just just to build momentum, especially because if the Bills win, we'll be facing the Chiefs in the second round at home,
Mhm.
by the way, which is good. But I think when push comes to shove, Allen will have to outduel Mahomes in the Bills matchup. So I want Allen to actually like show me something. I do. I don't want him to just bend over and not do anything. I also want I need Diggs to have a big game because if Diggs doesn't have a big game, I mean,
Mhm.
who's is Gabe Davis not playing? He's out. He's out. Gabe Davis is out, as is Rasal Douglas, by the way. So,
Oh,
I don't want to rely on Kincaid solely in a Chiefs Bills matchup. I need Diggs. I need prime Stephon Diggs to show out. I need Allen to show out. I need Cook to show out. Now, I do expect a little less due to the weather, obviously, especially from Allen and Diggs, just because of the cold. But just I expect a win here, based obviously because I'm talking about the Chiefs already. What about you? Do you expect a win, and do you expect to play the Chiefs?
yes, I definitely expect the win because there's no part of the Steelers right now that worried me at all. I definitely not Mason Rudolph or any of
Jalen
that.
Warren,
Yeah, Jalen Warren, they're nice players,
George
but
Pickens.
they don't fear me. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't
Yeah,
fear me.
yeah,
Like
George
we
Pickens
we,
too.
we got, yeah, I love George Pickens. He's such a like he's
Transcendent. Yeah.
definitely yeah, he's a diva. He's one of those
No,
receivers
he
that
is
you
a
always
diva. I
got.
don't. I'm not.
Yeah.
He's a diva.
But yeah, not really too worried about them. And their defense right now is depleted. As you said, no Watt and no Fitzpatrick, which they're two of the Steelers'
Two
best
better players.
players.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And without them, and without just
Kenny
even
Pickett.
Kenny Pickett, their starting quarterback, there's just there's just really no element of the Steelers that fear me. What about you, Jacob?
Yeah, I'm again. I'm scared of Jalen Warren. I
George
really am.
Pickens?
No, no, no.
J-
Jalen Warren.
oh, Jalen Warren. Yeah.
Yeah, he
Okay.
scares me a little bit. I don't because George Pickens it's gonna get nothing done. We both know it. He's getting nothing done on Monday against the Bills.
Steelers.
Nothing.
The Steelers. Oh, the Bills. Yeah,
Yeah,
my fault. Yeah.
yeah. But Jalen Warren's the guy to double team, triple team. I don't care. Just figure out a way to stop him. Okay. Do you think that Stephon Diggs is capable of having a big game based on, and this is the key word, based on the weather and based on the conditions of the field?
Um, I mean, I believe that he can, but it's going to be hard because
Yeah,
especially
he can. His talent level indicates so that he can. However, the question, the better question is, will the weather prevent him from doing so?
I also think that if he doesn't have a good game, it's because he himself had a bad performance. I don't think it's because the snow kind of affected I don't think so. I
Yeah,
think that if he doesn't have a good game, it's because either we didn't scheme for him to be open or we didn't scheme for him to be one of our main guys in this game, or it's going to be because he just had a bad performance and just didn't show up. It's not going to be because of the snow or the wind or anything. If it is a factor, like maybe slightly, but I think overall it's just going to be up to him to show up in a playoff game, which he hasn't done in quite a while.
Hmm. Yeah, I agree. I think, to be honest, I could completely see a scenario in which Allen just barely throws them, just because I think it's gonna be hard to throw the ball. That's why Jalen Warren scares the living bleep out of me in this game, because I don't think that they're not gonna have Rudolph throw the ball. They're gonna give it
Hmm.
to Warren over and over and over again. So we need Cook to outdo Warren. I think that's a big thing here. Now, when push comes to shove, I don't think both offenses are not going to be run rush only offenses. Obviously, 14-10. Um, it's gonna be it's gonna be they're gonna throw the ball sometimes. So obviously you like Allen more than Rudolph, but I expect a win here. This is what I'll say. I expect a win here. I don't expect Diggs to do well. However, however, I do worry a little bit just due to the fact that all these underdogs are winning. I mean, the Packers beat the Cowboys. I'm sorry. I don't think Jordan Love is that good. I'm sorry. He's not that good.
Okay, Jacob. Do you think that Jared Goff is better than Jordan Love?
Yes. Yes.
Nah,
Yes.
nah, 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 nah. Do you think that Dak Prescott is better than
No.
Jordan Love?
No. 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 Oh, wait.
Yeah, okay. What
No,
was that? What was that?
Dak Prescott
Okay.
is not better than. You want to know what the Cowboys are? And we'll get back to the Bills in a second. The Cowboys are
Yeah.
they're the Dodgers. That's what they are. They choke all the time in the first round.
Yeah.
Prescott is Mookie Betts. That's what he is. Chokers in
Mookie
the
Betts is
clutch.
crazy.
So
Oh yeah.
listen, maybe Prescott is a better regular season performer than Jordan Love and Jared Goff. But in when push comes to shove, you take Jared Goff all day. And to be honest, I worry about him because we're gonna be seeing him in the Super Bowl. I really do.
Jacob,
Okay.
I'm not worried about Jared Goff in the Super Bowl if he makes it because Jared Goff in his last Super Bowl scored 3 points on
I,
offense.
I
So
don't underestimate them. David Montgomery. Dear God, David Montgomery. Okay. To get back to the Bills now. On the Steelers, if anyone would have a big game, who do you presume would have a big game?
on the Steelers,
Indeed.
uh, yeah, I'll have to say, hmm, uh, I guess we'll say the same guys. I'll say George. No, not George. Jalen Warren. Jalen Warren is my
Good.
guy because he's definitely one of their biggest threats on offense. He's been the entirety of their
Yeah,
offense. Like
he is.
the whole thing.
He's talented. He is talented.
The whole thing with Mason Rudolph, I think, is overblown. And like the reason that they're scoring so many points on offense is because Jalen Warren has so much talent. Other than that, like Mason Rudolph, he's not
He's
that
not good.
good.
He's not good.
No,
Yes.
no, he's not good. So and their offense runs through Jalen Warren. So if he gets going, and they're probably gonna uh, build their entire game plan around getting him going.
Going, yeah.
If he does get going, that worries me.
Indeed. Indeed. I mean, this whole time,
Oh,
this whole time, let me tell you something. If you're betting this game, pick Jalen Warren for the over on total rushing yards because I fear him significantly. Significantly, I fear him. He, he's a threat. He's a threat. And yeah, you're right. They're gonna game plan their whole plan against him. George Pickens doesn't scare me. It's Jalen Warren. Just as he beat the Browns a couple of I think it was like 5 weeks ago. He beat the Browns. He had a big play against the Browns. I worry that he might have a couple big plays against us. I just want to blow them out, to be honest. That's what I want to do.
mhm.
Okay. Um Now just to get back to the rest of the NFL, as we've done a pretty good job setting the stage for this game. Whom do you view as a potential as what do you view as the AFC and NFC championship games? The matchups.
I'm gonna go Bills Ravens.
Good.
That's a pretty easy one. That's a pretty easy one. And then I'll go. Well, Niners definitely, and it will be the Niners versus. Gosh, the NFC sucks. It'll be the Niners versus Rams in the
Oh,
NFC
come on.
Championship.
Come on.
There's no good teams in that conference,
No
Jacob.
good teams. No good
Other
teams.
than the Niners. The Niners are the only good team.
Um, this is, are you crazy? Are you crazy?
Jacob, I
It's
know
gonna
you're
be,
gonna
I'm
glaze
in
the Detroit
lockstep with the Bills
Lions.
Ravens. In lockstep with the Bills Ravens. But
Yeah.
God, Niners Rams, are you kidding me?
Yep.
You think
That's
the
gonna
Rams are gonna beat the Buccaneers or the Eagles in the divisional round?
the Eagles, yeah, for sure. And the
The Rams are
Buccaneers.
I mean, not the Bucks or the Eagles. Yeah, no, the
The Bucks
Eagles
are
are not beating the Bucks, by the way.
both of those teams are terrible football teams. I'm not scared of either of
And
them.
that's why it's going to be Lions 49ers in the NFC Championship. The
So the
Rams?
Niners
Are you crazy? Matthew Stafford.
better than Jared
Oh,
Goff. What do
that
you
is that is that is that is. Come on, come on. Now,
really,
what do you view as
Jacob?
the Super Bowl matchup? Let me guess. Niners Bills.
Yeah, it's easy. No, actually, I
I
think that the Rams are going all the way and winning the season. No, no, no. Nah, that's a joke. That's a joke. Yeah, Bills Niners, Bills Niners.
okay.
That's too easy. It's too easy.
Yeah,
Too
yeah.
easy.
I ag- again. I've been saying this for weeks now. Just as I knew the Cowboys would choke, just as I knew the Dolphins would choke, just as I knew the Bills were gonna rise up, just as I knew that Taylor Swift is distracting the Chiefs. I know that the Lions are making it to the Super Bowl to face the Buffalo Bills. The dual threat of Jared Goff and David Montgomery. The great defensive line that they have. It's going to be a Bills line Super Bowl where the Bills win. And if it was your scenario, however, who wins?
What? Bills Niners?
Yeah,
Oh, well, Buffalo, obviously. But
good.
yeah, yeah. Okay. What about you? What about you? What about you?
To be honest, I think the Lions will put up a fight. I do. I do.
The line.
They scare the absolute bleep out of me. They scare the bleep out of me.
They haven't beaten. Oh no, they haven't won a playoff game in 30 years,
And they're
Jacob.
about to beat the Rams. That
Oh
means
really?
nothing.
Oh
Um,
really?
yeah. They scare a lot of me, but I think the Bills still beat them. It's gonna be a close game, undoubtedly, but the Bills will beat them. The Bills
Okay.
will beat them. And by the way, as we speak, the Lions are about to get another touchdown to make it 21-10. Um, okay. Now just to wrap things up, what is your score prediction and to whom do you predict will win this upcoming game against the Steelers?
A blowout would be an easy prediction, but I'm not that naive. So I'll go a semi blowout. I'll go something like 27-13 Buffalo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, my prediction is that the Bills will win. I'm gonna say 28-13, and I think that James Cook is gonna have a huge game. What do you think? Who will have a huge game?
Agree. James Cook
Good.
is the
Okay.
offense.
Okay. Good. Good. Okay, we will see you for the post game of Bills versus Steelers. Let's pray that the Steelers are moving on. Go, go. I mean, the Bills are moving on. Go Bills. Uh, and Lions will meet you in the Super Bowl. Have a good afternoon.